This is Bruce again with my sixth devlog. I made some pretty good progress this time on the iOS side, particularly through Flutter. Now, here's my Flutter project, and I'm going to run it. I am using QuickTime and that to connect to my phone. So instead of having to show my phone up and taking like a camera outside and videotaping it, I'm using QuickTime to demo it. And this is much bigger and probably easier to see too. So I'm gonna run it, and you'll start to see um, um, the Flutter end working. So as you can tell, I'm building it and stuff. So I was able to integrate Whisper speech to text on the iOS side and link it up into Flutter using method channels, and able to get this to work and give me some output here. So let me just go to a file. So okay, that's Xcode. Oh, unlock my phone. So as you can tell, I'm unlocking my phone. It's going to load everything. And I can even turn off the internet so you can see it in action. So if I hit the sample, it's playing the JFK sample, and if I and then if I record, as you will see, it will pick up my voice, record it, and then it will translate it. But I this is my Flutter UI that I'm using right now for this sample or demo app, and well, you can tell right there. Again, I'll record it again. You'll see it again in action, and I'll say something like "rubber baby buggy bumpers," or "Peter Piper picked a bag of pickled peppers," or "How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood?" Again, you can see it um, taking my speech and putting it in towards text. And it's all running with Flutter, using Android Studios to develop my Flutter project. Using Dart for this, like you can see, here's Flutter, right, iOS side. But if I go to my libraries, I get my like Whisper. This is a bridge file, and this is one. This is my bridge. That one of my files I'm bridging, linking between my iOS and Flutter, and then this is just linking up the Whisper Flutter bridge to the rest of my app, making it much simpler with helper functions and stuff like that to be able to do this. Because like for example, this right here, I have to listen to events because they're passed by my delegate methods that I created. And here's my Flutter UI that I'm creating for this here that you can see here. Now on the iOS side, you will see that I have a bridge here. I had to create it in Swift to bridge it. I am using my Whisper Core Swift package manager I created. Swift package that I'm using package manager to create here, and to drop that in, and using this as a dependency to then use that to load up and run and link the two together. And you can see my app delegate where I'm adding the Flutter event channels and the Flutter method channels to make the call back and forth um, here between. Native. So basically, what's going on is I have to put Whisper on the iOS side, making sure it's running on iOS, and then I gotta link the native iOS up through to Flutter so that the UI and everything centralized in Flutter can work through that way. But like I said, this is a physical device and this is a scroll list. Now, like you're not seeing me clicking on anything. I'm actually swiping with my hand, and as you can tell, it completely works offline. It'll load the model offline. Everything is offline. Again, and see, I've got an airplane mode, as you can see here. So there's no online communication. So I'm not hitting a server or anything. It is directly on the device, and this is proving that I got this Whisper part, at least part of my project working. And here's a demo, and this is like a physical device. I tested it on my iPad. I tested it on another iPhone 13. This, what you're seeing right now, is an iPhone 12 I'm using, and it's working out, and I'm able to take text, speech, and turn it into text. So I'm taking speech and turning it into text. See? So next stop, I'm going to be investigating the Android side and seeing if I can't integrate Whisper into native Android first. All right, I'll catch you all later.